evening, everybody. Happy Wednesday to everyone out there. Welcome to the Chainmovers Podcast. As usual, I'll be your host, Chad, and with me tonight, back by popular demand, my lovely co-host, Lucille. Hi, Lace. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
Good.
Happy to be back?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got rave reviews.
All good.
Rave reviews.
Thank you all.
So, very big following out there. Big crowd.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, big crowd. So what'd you do today?
It was a busy day. Like real busy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Grinding.
Yeah. Yeah, it's been a long week. Working hard.
It's getting cold out.
Yeah. I don't like the cold.
No, cold east wind today. Nobody likes that.
No.
Sunny but cold.
Not a fan. Not a fan of the cold.
But such is life.
Yeah.
So, well, Lace, we got lots to get to. So, no point beating around the bush.
No.
Let's dive right in.
Get down to business.
First things first, earth-shattering news. Reid has stepped down from his co-hosting job on Chainmovers Podcast.
Aw.
So,
Poor Reid.
he's got some demons he has to fight.
Yeah, I bet. I think he's just busy.
He's going to rehab.
Yeah. No, he's not.
Wicked porn addiction.
Yeah. Oh, he's going to be thrilled if he listens to this.
Hey. He created it, not me.
Yeah.
So, no, in all seriousness, though, yeah, I think he's just busy.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. But yeah, Reid gone for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, maybe come back as a guest host once in a while.
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. Might be nice to have him back as a once in a while.
Maybe. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know either.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just say I don't know a bunch, and it'll be like he's still here. Yeah. Okay. Well, let's get right into her, Lace.
Okay.
Enough monkeying around here.
Okay.
I'm gonna go down this road again. Ben Simmons suspended one game for conduct detrimental to the team. Doc Rivers threw him out of practice. He shows up to practice in a pair of gray sweats and his cell phone in his pocket, and not joining any huddles, and off on his own, and
Just being a big old baby.
a big old baby, a 6'10" baby.
Yeah.
And Joel Embiid came out yesterday, and of course, everyone's asking him about it.
Right.
What do you think about this? And he finally just said, "I don't care." He said, "I don't care what he does. I can't control it. I'm not a babysitter, so we're gonna worry about what we can control," which is probably the right answer.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Ben driving his trade value lower every day. He wants out, but he's really not doing himself any favors.
No.
I mean, if I was a GM, I would be thinking twice about offering up
Right.
draft picks or a star player.
Even if you were thinking about him
Right.
before.
In exchange for a guy that's going to throw a hissy fit
Right.
when something doesn't go his way.
Yeah, for sure.
So, what Ben wants and how he wants to achieve it are two different things, I suppose. I think Philly's more than willing to let him go, but they want a return.
Right.
Right?
And that's fair.
So, if you show up and shut your mouth and play 10 or 12 games and somebody comes along and says, "You know what? Yeah, we can use this guy."
Right.
Then you get what you want.
Right.
Right?
Everyone wins then.
But this horse shit of, acting like
Being
a
a
baby is not doing himself any favors.
No.
So, the Ben Simmons drama rolls on in Philly. Philly started tonight, I believe. Their season opened up. Yeah, and they won. Beat the Pelicans tonight. So,
Wow.
they don't need no stinking Ben Simmons. Granted, the Pelicans are a little banged up right now, but no Zion. But yeah, anyway, the Ben Simmons drama rolls on. Like I said, we're going to follow it right through to the bitter end, Lace.
Right to the bitter end.
So you're going to hear about it probably a couple more times.
Okay.
Let's shift gears a little bit here. Urban Meyer back in the limelight. I'm sure the day those Gruden emails came out was the best day of his life.
Oh, yeah.
It was
for sure.
Spotlight on Urban.
Yep. Yeah.
Spotlight on John.
Oh, it was perfect.
John's gone, so back to Urban. Supposedly there's a third video out there and there's been some lewd text messages between Urban and this young lady. Yeah, I mean, I don't know what's on this third video, but it's come out, that people have crunched numbers on this stuff, obviously, and they've said, Shad Khan, the owner of the Jags, would be better off to cut this video off, pay somebody $2 or $3 million to make it go away, and let Urban finish out his contract, because if they cut Urban right now, they own $40 million, right? So $2 or $3 million is a heck of a lot better than paying a guy $40 million to not coach your team.
Right. So I think that, this should be treated as like a regular job, and there should be, like, this is just cause. Like, you can be fired from your job
for a lot less.
Right. Yeah. Like, this is messing with this team.
It's detrimental. Yes. I would say.
That's a good word to use. Yeah.
Yeah, like we were talking about earlier. The Jags won last weekend. That was their first win, but nobody cares. No. It's not even news. Nope. But let's talk about their head coach, right? So it's becoming a real problem, and I mean, of course, this is all the players are getting asked during interviews, and they're like, he had very little respect to begin with, coming in here. So there's none, right? Yeah. These guys aren't playing for Urban Meyer; they're playing for themselves, right? And I mean, if Trevor Lawrence can rally the troops, good on him. Maybe they can salvage somewhat of, somewhat of a season, right? Out of,
but like, there's got to be a coach. Like, how? Like, I don't know. They don't. I'm sure they don't just pull the first coach that pops into their head. I assume that they would interview for something like this. Or...
Yeah. I think there's a couple sit downs prior to that contract being signed. I mean, I threw my name in the hat.
Did you?
And I never got a call.
Oh, well, that's too bad.
So I was a little disappointed, but.
But so, can you imagine like one of these other coaches now?
Yeah. Huh.
Because really,
good on you.
Right, and really, this guy is going to. So they keep him around for the year, which is bullshit. But whatever, if they have to keep him around for the year, he doesn't have the respect of the team,
right?
Which is pretty much your job as a head coach.
Yeah, I mean,
like,
you're there to make sure everybody's marching to the beat of the same drum, and that's not going to be the case.
No, so he's just going to hang out for a year and make a shit ton of money.
They're going to go out of their way to make you look bad, or whatever. Yeah. And I don't know. If you're the Jags owner, which I'm glad I'm not, yeah, good luck to you. Cam Newton, Cam's back in the headlines, potentially going to the Seahawks, which it's got to make you wonder what the Seahawks know about Russ's injury. We were talking about it before. On the Sunday Nighter, when they were playing the Steelers, it showed Russell warming up pre-game, and they said, at this stage of his recovery, they were hoping that he would have a 10-degree movement on that finger, and he was at 75. So he's well ahead of the curve in terms of recovery on that finger. But if he's really that far ahead, why are they looking for another quarterback? Right. If you only got to use Geno for another 2 or 3 weeks. Yeah. But by then, the season could be out of reach too. So, especially in that division with Arizona, right? Yeah. So, Cam.
But you think Cam can just? So let's say it's 2 weeks. Yeah. You think Cam's just gonna fly in there and take over and be able to play immediately?
I don't know.
I guess I don't really know.
You got to learn the offense, which is going to take a while, I presume.
I would think so.
You got to assume the dude's in shape.
I mean, hope so.
It hasn't been that long since he's played. Like,
and
some
of these guys.
And
I think he wants to play.
Yo, I know he does.
Yeah, so I would assume he would stay in shape if he still wants to play.
Yeah, for sure. He's not a very old guy. How old is Cam? 33? Yeah. Something like that. So I think, I mean, it would be weird to see Cam in that green, but it was weird to see him in a Pats uni too. So
yeah, it was.
But
I'm
regardless,
a Cam fan.
Yeah,
I'm excited. Like if he comes back.
All you want is another opportunity. Oh. So.
And I wish he could go back to his younger days, though. He got a little crazy there for me, and not that he was doing anything bad or wrong.
Nothing illegal or
no, nothing like that.
It's kind of like a Russell Westbrook in the NBA. Yeah. Where he dresses weird and almost flamboyant.
Yeah.
Without, I don't know. Without coming across, weird.
Right. I don't know. Or
So,
artsy.
yeah, sure. Yeah,
You know,
let's go
like
with that.
big crazy hats and, you know.
Yeah, all kinds of weird stuff.
But I like Cam.
I like Cam too.
You had a fun fact about him, actually. His IG account. I thought this was really cool, and I like these fun facts. I'm kind of a fan of these.
Yeah, so I don't know how many of you follow Cam Newton on Instagram, but the font he uses, I believe he's the only guy in the world that IG allows to use that font on Instagram. So that's kind of neat.
I thought that was a fun little fact.
If you get a chance, go check out his IG account and have fun trying to decipher what
Yeah.
the hell he's saying. So yeah, it'll be interesting. I'm a Cam fan as well, so I hope he can come back and make some noise maybe for the Hawks. So
That'd be fun.
it would be. Other big news out of the NFL today: a possible 3-team deal involving Deshaun Watson going to Miami, to Tagovailoa potentially going to Washington, and I don't know what Washington gets out of the deal. Probably a shitload of draft picks. I don't know, but Deshaun potentially on the move. Again, you know, we were kind of talking about it earlier. You know, Tua is not the problem in Miami, but he's not the solution either.
Yeah.
And we know Deshaun can play. He was the only reason that the Texans were half decent, you know, last year.
Yeah.
And the year before that. That team, well, after Doug O'Brien was done with it, or is that his name? Doug? I forget. O'Brien was his last name, I'm pretty sure. Worst head coach ever. Destroyed the team and then left. Deshaun is a rare talent.
Yes.
And, you know, Clemson product. But I don't know. Do you think Deshaun needs a fresh start? I don't know if he can even play.
I don't know either.
With all his allegations on the
Right.
go. I don't even know if he could suit up right away.
I don't know either. And then what do they do?
Yeah, you just
So you have no quarterback?
You could stay with Brissett for a week or two.
Oh, yeah.
It's not like they're in a playoff race.
No, that's right.
They're 1-5. They're not going to make the playoffs. They're in
Yeah.
a division with the Bills. Like, it's over. Your
Yeah.
season's over if you're Miami. There's no chance you're making the playoffs.
I like Deshaun, though.
Yeah, I do
I've
too.
always been a Deshaun fan. And he's a quiet guy. I kind of like that, too, about him. Oh, well.
Till you get him on a massage table,
Yeah,
apparently.
He's all kinds of outgoing.
Oh, allegedly.
Allegedly.
That's alleged.
That's right. Which I think, like we were talking earlier, I kind of think that that's BS too.
But when there's 27 or something allegations, is it really...
I didn't know there was that.
There's a lot.
Oh.
Yeah. It was like there was 2 or 3 a week coming out.
Oh.
Or a day. Like when they started coming out, it was consistent. So I don't know. I don't know the whole story. I guess we really don't have to worry about it unless something happens.
Yeah, that's right.
So
That's right.
if he does get traded,
And we'll see.
We'll see. He's in a new state. Maybe the laws don't follow him. I don't
Well,
know.
you think if someone's going to be okay with this, it's Texas.
Yeah. Yeah. Can you play? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. We'll
Get your ass on here.
Sweep all that shit under the rug. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's kind of it for side stories. Let's dive into the Monday nighter. Just a quick little recap of the Buffalo Tennessee game. Tennessee taking this one 34-31. Both teams now 4-2. Tennessee, my Super Bowl pick, really turning it around since that loss to the Jets.
Right. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, I was blown away that Tennessee won this game. Buffalo was looking unstoppable.
Yes.
And Josh Allen, he went 35-47, 353, 3 touchdowns and a pick. Stephon Diggs, 989 with a touchdown. Cole Beasley, 788 and a touchdown. Ryan Tannehill, 18-29, 216 and a pick. And they won because of Derrick Henry and his 20 carries for $143 and another 3 touchdowns.
That guy's a beast.
So a couple things here. Buffalo lost the game. They turned the ball over on downs. They tried to sneak. Josh Allen's feet kind of slipped out from under him. Turned the ball over. They lost, right? so be it. That happens, right? I don't think, at least it wasn't a crucial pick or anything. It happens, right?
Yeah.
Derrick Henry, though, on the other side of the coin, how can this guy not be at the top of the MVP conversation?
Oh, yeah.
Because he's not a quarterback. Which is
BS.
Oh, it's absolute BS.
Boy, there's a lot of bullshit floating around this room tonight.
Tons. Well, not floating around this room. It's floating around the NFL.
We're calling a lot of bullshit, though.
Calling everybody out tonight.
No, I agree with you. I think that is bullshit.
I think this guy is the clear front runner.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
I mean, Lamar Jackson, yes. Dak Prescott, arguably. I know it pains me to say it, but I can't argue with results as much as I try. Obviously, Josh Allen, pretty important to that team. They just don't run the ball. They have no run game to speak of. They just throw the ball, which is a problem, and it will be a problem come playoff time. But Derrick Henry, I mean, he puts up like 3 touchdowns a game.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like this dude's still in high school.
Right.
You know? And he's so big and so fast and so good. He doesn't even need that good of an O-line.
Yeah, no.
Like that 70-yard touchdown run he had, it was like a simple dive through like the B gap. Gone.
Yeah.
And so fast. Derrick Henry's, he's got my vote for MVP right now. At this point in the year.
I think that's fair.
Enough of this QB.
Yeah.
It's always a QB, and it doesn't have to be.
No.
Because this dude is super important to his team, and I hope Tennessee wins the Super Bowl because they're not going to have any other choice
but to give it to him.
him.
Yeah, I agree.
So
I agree.
This dude's unreal. He's on pace for 2,300 yards.
Has that ever happened? It's always a quarterback that wins it.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone other than a quarterback won it.
That's what I was meant.
Maybe Jerry Rice back in the day. I don't know. That is something that's worth looking into. But yeah, heck of a football game. Mm-hmm. Not disappointed with it at all. Not disappointed with Buffalo, even though they lost.
Oh yeah.
Tennessee turning some heads. Gonna win that Super Bowl.
That's crazy, Tom.
I told you that 6 weeks ago.
Yeah.
No, 8 weeks ago.
Yeah, it was a long
like
time ago.
August.
I think we wrote it down. It's on our fridge.
It's on the side of my fridge.
Yeah.
Well, let's move over, Lace, to everybody's favorite segment of the Wednesday show, locks and upsets of the week.
Oh boy. Okay, just wait. I have to give out a warning here. I wouldn't put any money on what I'm saying. Just so you guys know.
Well, it's not really a lock, is it?
Okay, fine.
Where are you going?
I have to grab my piece of paper.
Oh, I thought you were bouncing.
I'm out of here. I'm not saying mine.
I'm scared. Okay, locks and upsets. You want me to go first then? Take the edge off?
Sure.
Okay, my lock of the week this week is my Las Vegas Raiders against the Philadelphia Eagles. They're a 3-point favorite going into Philly. I think they're going to go in there and easily win by 3. I think they're going to win by a touchdown. They're 4-2. Eagles are 2-4. Eagles are a mess. I like the Raiders this week. You can take that to the bank.
Okay.
Who's your lock of the week?
I took the Browns over the Broncos.
With no Baker Mayfield. Wow.
Oh shit.
No Nick Chubb, no Kareem Hunt, no Baker Mayfield, no OBJ, and no Landry. Wow. That's your lock.
Okay, wait.
I like it. You must really like the Browns.
I don't even. That's a weird one.
Their whole starting O is on the. They're in the hospital, and they play tomorrow, so they won't be back by tomorrow.
You told me I had to pick one that was like damn near impossible, so I did.
That's pretty close. Yeah.
Okay, so in my defense, I've had a really busy week, so I haven't been keeping up with injuries.
Case Keenum's playing. He's pretty good.
This is gonna be crazy if they win.
So that's Lacey's lock of the week, the Cleveland Browns, and their entire second string offense versus the Denver Broncos. Good thing the Broncos stink.
Yeah, well, they're bad.
I mean, Cleveland still has a good shot of the game. I wouldn't put them in as my lock, but it's not my pick to make. So it's definitely crazy. I'm gonna write that down. We might have to come back to that one.
I really should have researched this a little better this week.
2-point favorites?
3.5.
Cleveland's no, that changed. I'm sure they're only 2.
Oh, when I looked, it was 3.5.
Okay,
but I don't know.
Okay, maybe the odds went back up. I don't know.
Maybe someone got healthy.
Yeah. You're gonna need more than one of those guys.
That's crazy. I can't believe they've had that many.
Oh yeah. Well, Baker came out of the game in a sling, right?
I forgot.
Everyone's saying he needs surgery, but
oh dear, really?
yeah. So maybe again, it's just not the Browns' year, unfortunately. I was expecting big things. I liked them this year.
Yeah.
But they are banged up to beat hell. So, let's move over to the upsets of the week, Lace. I'm going to let you lead out so we can laugh.
No, I'm scared.
Who's your upset of the week?
Well, who is Ravens Bengals?
Yeah, what about it?
The Ravens are supposed to win by 6.5?
Yes.
Yeah, that's my upset.
So they won't cover.
Yes, that's right.
Okay.
Sorry. Yeah.
So the Bengals will lose by less than 6.5.
Correct.
Points. Okay. So the Wow. Okay.
I had 2.
Bengals. Why? You only needed 1.
Well, because that's why it took me so long
Ravens
to decide
6.5.
which I was saying.
Okay. Wow. Because the Ravens have looked real good. But so Cincinnati. They've been good this year. Cincinnati going into Baltimore. So they're on the road. Wow.
Apparently I really like orange. Hey? I'm just picking everyone orange.
Yeah.
And like 2 teams that I've never liked, really.
No, I don't really like anyone out of the AFC North.
No, I don't like Cincinnati or the
I don't like the Steelers.
Browns.
I don't like anyone out of that division.
What the hell
the
is wrong
Ravens
with
are
me?
okay.
I don't like them either.
Regardless.
Ravens are ugly. Why would you name a team the Ravens?
I don't know.
Like what good is it? It's not scary. It's not like it's a scary
But
thing.
if there's a bunch of Ravens, they'll peck your eyes out.
They're just ugly.
They're big.
Gross. And that's how I feel about the team.
They're ugly and gross.
Yeah.
Okay. Fair enough. Well, there's your upset. Don't bet the Ravens to cover this week. My upset of the week. The Indianapolis Colts going into San Fran. Colts are 2-4. San Fran's 2-3, coming off a bye. San Fran's 4-point favorites. I like the Colts to go in there and win this game.
Really?
Nonetheless, San Fran not cover. They're going to lose.
All right.
What do you think of that?
I like upsets. Upsets are fun.
Indy. We talked about it on Monday. They're a better team than what their record indicates. Wheels agreed with me on Monday.
Yeah, he did.
So therefore, it's the gospel.
2 of you.
Yeah. 2 out of 3. 2 out of 3 ain't bad.
Who's 3? Me?
You.
Oh, okay.
I think they're going to go in there and win. Call me crazy, but that's a beautiful part. You just don't know.
No, you don't.
I do know. And if you follow my locks and my upsets, you'll win. So, Thursday night preview, Cleveland, Denver. Both teams 3-3. Denver heading into Cleveland.
Oh my God.
Broncos have lost 3 straight. Browns have lost 2 straight. Let's go through the Browns injury list again, shall we? Baker out. Case Keenum in. Landry out. Chubb and Hunt out. OBJ is questionable, and Clowney is also questionable. So they're a little banged up, especially on the offensive side of the ball. But hey, Case Keenum was a starter in mini for a year. He can play.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't know if Denver's bad. So
yeah, they are bad.
I think Cleveland can go in there and win the game, honestly. So I don't think you're that crazy.
Would you have put a lock on it?
Nope. No, I wouldn't have. And if they were all healthy, I would have.
Right.
But the spread would never be that tight if they were all healthy.
Right.
So, I mean, I like Cleveland to go in there and win that game in Mile High. What do you think? Obviously, you like the Browns to go in there and cover. Not a lot really to talk about. There's a lot of injuries on that Cleveland side of the ball, and Denver's just
not good.
They're just not a very good ball club.
Yeah.
So,
That's about sums that up.
Yeah, that's tomorrow. I'm not going to beat this horse to death. So, we'll take a quick little break, Lace.
Okay.
Just a little 1 or 2 second break. You know how it works.
Yep.
We got to take the break on the video in order for the ad to be on the podcast. So, with that, we'll take a little break. And we're back. We're back, Lace.
Hey.
Hey-o. We're back. We were talking about it last week, or not last week, Monday, me and Wheels. And we were talking about the rushing game and just how important it is. So this is kind of off on a tangent, something I don't normally go in too deep, but I did today.
Okay.
And how important the rush game is, how important play action is in the NFL. If you can't get your running game going, you're in for a long season. Mm-hmm. And I mean, there's one team that defies the odds of this, but we'll go through it right now. So if we look at the top 6 teams in the NFL for rushing,
okay,
total rushing yards, number 1 we got Cleveland,
okay,
at 1,011.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, number 2 is Dallas, but they're 5-1,
mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
Zeke's had a good year. Pollard's ran well.
Yeah.
Number 3, Tennessee,
yeah,
985 yards. Baltimore's number 4, 931 yards. Buffalo, yeah, they're number 5 actually. They didn't run the ball much last game, but apparently they do. And number 6 is Arizona. So those are your top 6 rushing teams in the league with a combined record of 27-9. Okay, let's go to the bottom 6 in the NFL. And so the worst team in the league for running the ball is the Jets. I don't even know who the running back is in New York. To be honest with you, I don't. Miami, they're the next worst with 429 yards total. That's like a game for Derrick Henry. Atlanta, next worst at 455. Vegas, so they kind of bucked the trend on this as well. 479 yards. Pittsburgh, 487 yards. 27th worst rushing team in the league, Tampa Bay. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Wow.
With 512 total rushing yards for a combined record of 16-18. And 5 of those wins come from Tampa, and 4 more come from Vegas.
Right.
So, a couple teams that bucked the trend on there. But it just goes to show how important that run game is. I don't care who's playing quarterback.
Yeah.
It does not matter.
Yeah.
If you cannot run the ball, you will not win in the NFL. And yes, it's a passing league. I understand that. Mm-hmm. I mean, the guy that probably... Vegas is having a good season, but they're not having a Tampa season.
Right.
So they would be the odd exception that is getting away without running the ball.
Yeah.
But that's just how important that run game is.
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
If you can't get it going, I mean, the pass rush is all over you.
Right. Yeah.
They're gonna send blitzes. They're gonna run 2 high safeties. They're gonna do all these things that take away the pass game. And if you're one-dimensional, you're toast, right?
Right.
So, for those of you that maybe don't watch a lot of football or tune in for a different analysis, but that's how important the run game is. And it doesn't matter really what level of football. If you can't establish a run, you're in trouble. Yeah. You're in for a long season. So I thought that was kind of interesting.
That is interesting.
With the combined records and run game is important. Let's shift over to a few Sunday games, Lace. We're only going to touch on 4.
Okay.
A bunch of teams on bye this week, so we only got 12 games total.
It seems early. So. I don't know. Or the season's going fast already.
It's week 7.
I know. It doesn't seem like we've been watching football that long yet.
11 weeks left.
Oh, that's sad.
They play an extra game this year, so that's fun.
That is fun.
Let's move over to Washington, Green Bay.
Okay.
Washington going into Green Bay. Green Bay 8.5-point favorites. Washington 2-4. Packers 5-1. I don't expect much of a contest here. Packers will win. I don't know if they'll cover, but they'll win. 8.5.
Yeah, that's a lot.
It's a pretty big spread.
Yeah,
we got some huge spreads in the NFL this weekend.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's when I was looking, so my tip for picking my locks and my lock and upset was not to pick an obvious one.
Yeah.
And I felt like, it's going to be a bunch of blowouts.
Arizona and Texas, or the Texans, is 17 points.
Yeah. No, it doesn't look like a very good weekend of football, actually.
Buffalo, I think, is 12.5.
Yeah, it's
like
crazy.
There's some big spreads out there this weekend.
Okay,
so,
sorry.
Tread lightly. It's going to be a nothing game. I fully expect Green Bay to, and Green Bay's at home. So they're a hard team to beat at home. Yeah. So, Chiefs Titans. I think this one promises to be a good game.
Yes. For sure.
Lots of question marks circling the Chiefs so far. They win, they lose, they lose, they win. All over the map here. Chiefs are 3-3, Titans 4-2. Obviously, coming off that loss to Buffalo, or that win. Sorry, they beat Buffalo. Chiefs 5.5-point favorites in this one, and they're going to Tennessee.
Really?
Yeah. Thoughts? I'm taking the Titans if I have to take anyone.
Are you?
Yes.
I don't know.
Chiefs are hard to read.
Oh.
Real hard to read.
And I feel like they still should be
dominant.
Like I can't get off of that. So I'm still, I don't know, like how much longer do I give them? You know, like I still.
Well, that's $1 million question.
I don't know. Like they still should be a good team. I don't know what's going on there, but so I feel like eventually they're going to click, and then they're going to be that good team again. Like I'm not ruling the Chiefs out.
Well, and who did they pump this last weekend?
Yeah.
37-13. Oh, Washington. Washington went in there. Yeah, that was ugly.
Yeah.
But Washington's not a very good team.
No,
so
that's right.
It's really hard to get a bead on the Chiefs this year, but I expect Tennessee to win at home. So the Chiefs being 5.5-point favorites is mind-blowing to me because they're not going to stop Derrick Henry. If Buffalo can't, the Chiefs most certainly aren't going to.
No, that's right.
So, well, unless they stack 10 in the box, but then Tannehill will just pick you apart. So,
yeah, that should be a good game.
Even if they stack 10 in the box, you can't stop that guy. He's so big. Like, you see him?
I hate his hair, though.
Oh, but he's so good.
He is good, but I just wish he'd cut that.
He should dye that thing pink.
God, that looks, doesn't it?
Pink.
No.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Maybe you could match, maybe like a blue to match, or red.
Yeah, there's a little bit of red on the shield. Yeah.
Yeah, I like that.
Anyway, I like the Titans.
They should cut that shit off.
Yeah, it's probably getting cool in Tennessee. Cooling down. Oh, Kansas City's cold too, so.
Yeah.
Weather's probably not going to have much of an effect on the game, to be honest with you. Falcons, Dolphins.
Yeah, no kidding.
Should be a snooze fest. Falcons 2-3, Dolphins 1-5.
Does anyone else feel like maybe, Chainmovers needs a soundboard?
Yes. So send
you're making your own sound effects.
So send your donations to the poor Chainmovers podcast because I'm trying to do everything here. I'm a one-man army. Falcons 2.5-point favorites always over the Dolphins, which I can't really argue with.
No.
They'll probably beat them by 20 because the Dolphins are trash. Jets Pats divisional game. Jets 1-4 coming off a bye. Pats 2-4. 7-point favorites in this one. Jets heading to Gillette Stadium. Pats coming off that heartbreaker to Dallas. Lost in overtime.
That's true.
Pats are starting to click.
Yeah.
I think they'll probably cover.
Yeah.
I think they'll kill the Jets.
Yeah.
And it's a divisional game. Jets always play them hard, but the Jets just really have no talent. They're just a bunch of no-talent bums.
Aw.
They are. They're terrible. And if you don't like it, New York Jets, then call me out. But you guys are horrible. And
yeah, they're not good.
I feel bad for Zach Wilson. Like, I think he's an okay dude, but there's just no one there to play with. Like I said, I can't name you the running back for the Jets. I watch a lot of football. And I cannot tell you who is the lead back in New York.
No. But, like, obviously we always have choices, right? And we do not choose to watch the Jets.
No, but still.
Yeah, you should know who he is.
I don't watch a lot of Washington games, but I know who runs the ball there. I don't watch a lot of Dolphins games, but I know who runs the ball.
Yeah, okay.
So, yeah. I think the Pats will cover that one. No problem. But enough football, Lace.
Oh.
Enough NFL football. We are going to circle back to some Wheatland football at the end of the show.
Oh, okay.
Baseball playoffs roll on. ALCS, that series is tied 2-2. Yeah. if I can read my own handwriting here. The Astros did win 9-1 tonight.
Wow.
They pumped Boston tonight. So that series is now 3-2. Heading game 5 to they are in Boston. So Houston can close them out tomorrow. Wow. I believe they go tomorrow. So Mattress Mac, very happy man. You know the story of Mattress Mac?
No.
The man who put he put down $2 million in
yes.
June on the Astros. That'll pay him $22 million. In total, he has about $5 million riding on the Astros to win the World Series. So he's going to sleep a little easier tonight, knowing they have one more game and they're in the World Series.
Right.
So the Red Sox have hit three grand slams in that series.
Wow.
Record breaking.
Yeah.
Hasn't been done. Now it has.
That's crazy.
Big bats. Yeah, I mean, that's been a high score. Every game in that series has been high scoring.
Yeah.
Blowouts, So if you were gonna ask me who I thought was gonna win tomorrow, I tell you I have no idea.
Really?
Yes. I just don't know. Because the games aren't even close.
Right.
So
yeah.
NLCS. Let's shift gears over to the NLCS. That series is 2-1. Atlanta leading that series. Right now. They are playing right now, and it was 4-0 when I come in here. Last night, Cody Bellinger, who had just a terrible season at the plate, hit a 3-run shot in the 8th. They were down by 4 in the 8th. He hit a 3-run dinger, and then Mookie Betts hit a double, I believe, which cashed in another run.
Wow.
So they took the lead. They won that game 6-5.
Wow, that's fun.
So Atlanta giving them all they can handle and then some. Atlanta currently winning tonight 5-2. I don't think anyone's seen that coming. The Dodgers, on paper, far superior team to the Braves. End of the 8th. So they're heading into the 9th. So Dodgers got some work to do. Atlanta up 5-2 in that one. So not much more to talk about there, Lace. NBA season tipped off last night.
This is my second favorite sport, I would say, which is shocking because I never watched a bit of basketball.
No, I was not a basketball guy either, but I enjoy it.
Yeah, me too.
I like watching it. So really, just two marquee matchups on the opening night. We had the Bucks and the Nets, and you're a big Giannis fan.
I love Giannis,
which I guess means you're a Bucks fan, or just a Giannis fan.
Mostly just a Giannis fan. I don't hate the entire team, but yeah, mostly a Giannis fan.
He's pretty good.
I like him.
Bucks easily defeating the Nets last night, 127-104. Giannis, 32 points, 14 boards, 7 assists, and 2 swats. So he picked up right where he left off. Drew Holiday, they lost Drew in the second quarter of that game, a heel contusion. Nothing's come out how long he will be out yet. But unfortunately, they lost Drew Holiday already.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, he's a big piece of that team.
Mm-hmm.
Granted, remember him in the playoffs? Dude could not hit a shot.
Oh, it was so
It was
frustrating.
like every fourth game he'd go off for 25. But the games in between there, you'd be lucky if he'd have 4 points on 20 shots. It's like, oh, this guy's killing him.
Yeah.
But
I wanted him off the court.
Yes. Yeah.
It was bad.
You got nervous when you seen him come out.
Yeah. Yeah, it was scary.
It's
like pass the
God.
ball.
Yeah.
Don't shoot it.
Just give it to Giannis or Middleton and be done. Durant had a nice game as well. I didn't write down Durant's stats, which is weird, but regardless, he played well, but not well enough. So, Bucks 1-0, Nets 0-1. Shifting over to Golden State, Warriors played the Lakers. Warriors beat them 121-114. Steph Curry triple-double. You don't see him get very many triple-doubles.
No.
21, 10, and 10. Draymond Green 6, 8, and 6.
Ugh.
And I can't say the dude's first name. Bielitsa.
Oh.
He came over from Sacramento to Golden State. Off the bench, 15, 11, and 4. Dude can play. He's good. He's super underrated. But I think he's going to be a big piece for the Warriors going forward this year. LBJ, LeBron 34-11-5, AD 33-11-2, and Russell Westbrook
Oh, not good.
8-5-4.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, there's some growing pains in LA.
Ooh, yikes.
Russell lost his shot. Well, he was in Washington last year, right? So he got traded like halfway through the season. Went to Washington, started to find a shot, was playing with Bradley Beal. Everything was going along just tickety-boo for Russ. I mean, other than Washington was trash. Gets traded to the Lakers, and you could just see there was no flow to that offense. Russell Westbrook, I think, well, we talked about him Monday, has to relegate to the fact that you are not a scorer anymore.
Right, you're not the guy.
You are... I don't really know what his role is on the team, because they don't need a guy that can distribute the ball because they have LeBron James.
Right.
He can run the point better than most point guards.
Right.
So,
Right.
AD, obviously good in his own right. So where does Russ fit into this whole thing?
Yeah.
I think Russ is there because as far as individual stats go, I don't think Russ has much to prove. He averaged a triple-double for a season, for crying out loud.
Right.
I mean, that hasn't been done since the 60s. So, can Russell play? Sure he can. But at this point in his career, I don't really know what his role is.
Yeah.
Especially on the Lakers. And I don't think Russ has ever... I don't think he's ever been the third best guy on his team.
Right.
So, does he know that he's the third best guy on the team?
Right.
Because someone should tell him. Because
that would be hard.
LeBron is way better than you, and so is
Right.
AD. So I think it's time to have a little sit down and say, Russ, Russ is still super athletic, plays hard.
Yeah. Yeah, I like him.
I like Westbrook. I do. Yeah. I mean, dude can play, obviously. The individual accolades are second to none.
Yeah.
He just needs a ring. And I think that's why he's there.
That makes sense.
So.
Because how old is he?
I don't know. What is Russ? 31? 32?
Was he that young?
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
That's old. That's getting pretty
Yeah,
old
I
for the
guess.
NBA,
Yeah, I
right?
guess it is.
So, regardless,
Seems young now.
LA's gonna have some growing pains. I think
Yeah.
they're definitely gonna make the playoffs, but
Yeah.
hopefully they got it figured out by then.
Or hopefully not.
There could be a lot of pain moving forward. Raptors tipped off tonight. Oh Lord, I'll be surprised if that team wins 20 games. What a joke.
Yeah.
They had 49 points going into the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that's brutal.
It's like high school basketball.
Right.
Against
Girls.
the Wizards. Oh my God. And is there two worse announcers in the NBA
Nope.
than Jack Armstrong and Matty D?
No, there's not.
These idiots.
I can't stand to listen to Jack. I can handle the other guy.
Someone
Jack.
gets an assist and they're losing their minds.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, look at the pass. Shut up. They're down by 30, dude. Like, they're everything about that team. And you know what? I like the Raptors, but they're going to be an absolute embarrassment this year. And I hope that leads to Nick Nurse
Yes.
out the door.
I was going to say that too.
And where
He's
does
my
this
least favorite.
where does this hostility come from towards Nick Nurse? I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, I know.
The Raptors did Dwayne Casey dirty.
Yes.
They did him real
Absolutely.
dirty. He
100%.
built that team, and then it's like, oh, Dwayne, we're firing you, coming off a Coach of the Year award.
Yeah.
Oh, Nick, we're gonna sign
Yeah.
Kawhi. So hopefully you can work with that, Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
I can
agree.
work. I could have coached that team to a title.
Oh yeah. Nick
So-
Nurse is an idiot.
I mean, all this love for Nick Nurse.
I
And,
hate. Yeah. I'm not
you know
for it.
what? It's all gonna come crashing down this year.
I hope so.
I think they just signed Masai Ujiri to a big contract, the GM. But what are you going to say when you win 20 games?
Yeah.
Oh, great sign.
Right.
Well done, Toronto. But Toronto fans are as clueless as any. I guess they're more clueless because they still continue to cheer for the Leafs. They continue to cheer for the Raptors, and they love it. And they drop hundreds of dollars to go into these games, and they suck. The Leafs don't suck, but they can't win.
Right.
Now the Raptors are going to suck. They're going to be horrible.
Yeah, they are. Yeah.
What I seen tonight, I mean, it's the first game. I understand that, but that roster, complete embarrassment. And it's going to be a very, very long season.
I'm a big Kawhi fan too. So pretty much once Kawhi left, I'm, no longer a Raptor fan.
Yeah. Well, I don't blame you. I'm going to have a hard time hanging on this year.
I really, really disliked.
The
and he's gone now.
The announcing doesn't help.
No, it doesn't.
It's so bad.
And where's Jack Armstrong from?
I think Boston.
Oh, I was gonna say because he does not sound Canadian.
And why are you such a Raptors fan?
Why are you then?
I don't think he could cut it down in the States, so he ended
not.
up coming up here.
Yeah, where everyone's.
He's an idiot, and so is Matt. I don't even know his last name, but you suck. Stop saying from Corner Brook and.
Yeah.
Sudbury and shut up. It's not amusing anymore.
No.
Nobody finds it funny and nobody finds it entertaining.
And maybe it was funny
8 years ago when you started doing it, but it's not funny.
No, it's time to move on from that.
It's time to move on from those two doughheads altogether.
Yeah, that would help.
So,
that would help.
It makes the game almost unwatchable.
Yes, I
in my opinion
agree.
They are the absolute worst.
Yeah.
But enough about the Raptors and their gong show that they have going on. Philly, I want to touch on that game just with the Ben Simmons drama, but we already covered it. They beat New Orleans tonight, 117-97. Nuggets and Suns, that should be a decent game.
Nuggies?
Are they playing right now? Yes, they are. They're at the half. Phoenix up by 7. So, two big teams in the West, right? Mm-hmm. To open up the season. And I wanted to touch on the Knicks and the Celtics. That one went to double overtime.
Wow.
Knicks taking that one, 138-134. So if you were at MSG tonight, you got your money's worth.
Right.
So
I think a basketball game would be fun too.
Yes, I agree. I've never been. I would like to. So, yeah, that's it for NBA Lace. I did my rant on the Raptors. I think the over-under for them was set at 42. That's a dream. There's no way they're winning 42 games. They will not win 30 games.
How many games did they win last year?
43, 44.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a pipe dream to think they're going to come anywhere near that.
Oh, dear.
They had 49 points at the end of the third quarter.
Yeah, that's brutal. That's awful. Against a not very good team.
They hit a half-court shot at the end of the third quarter, and it's like they just won the title all over again. It's this is so stupid. It's so amateurish.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know my feelings now on the Raptors' upcoming season. But let's slide over to the NHL quick, and then some Wheatland, and we're done.
Okay.
That's a show. Florida Panthers 3-0. I'm just going to touch on the unbeatens here, and that's it.
Okay.
Florida Panthers 3-0. Wheels said Monday that the Cup's going to stay in Florida, but Tampa's not going to win it. The Florida Panthers are going to win it.
Really?
Well, I kind of heard that, and he agreed with it wholeheartedly.
Really?
Yes. He's like, they got a great team. It's wow. It's been a while since I watched hockey, because Florida's normally terrible.
Yeah.
So,
I've never known them to be good.
Buffalo Sabres, 3-0. Yeah. 3-0. They were 2-0 on Monday. Now they're 3-0.
Wow.
So they should lose pretty soon here. But I don't know. Maybe having Eichel out of the lineup. Maybe it's, they stripped him of his captaincy. He wants out. He's made that very clear. So maybe they know where they stand now and onwards and upwards, right? Sometimes that's the best thing for a team.
That's true.
Right? Minnesota 3-0. St. Louis 3-0. Edmonton 3-0.
No.
Yeah. Sharks are 2-0. So there's your unbeatens. Those are the only unbeatens left in the NHL. Winnipeg Jets lost Blake Wheeler for 4 games, COVID protocol. So he's out for 4 games. Obviously a big piece of the Jets, the captain. So the Jets will have their hands full for the next week and a bit.
Right.
So Wheatland place. The Wheatland Playoffs, right here. They're here.
They're here.
They're
Playoff
here.
time.
Starts this weekend. Holy Rosary and the comp on a bye. They finished 1 and 2. That being said, Holy Rosary ranked top 5 in the country in small school rankings. So good on ya, Holy Rosary Raiders.
That was super exciting.
Impressive.
Yeah.
Impressive. Top 5 in the country. So
Like, you frame that shit.
yeah, I
Like,
don't
that's
know
huge.
if they've ever been ranked that high, but they are now. So
That's so awesome.
so that's pretty neat. But the job's not done.
No?
They got lots of work to do yet.
Yes.
So Bonnieville will go to St. Paul Friday, and Wainwright will go to Cold Lake. So Holy will play the lowest ranked winner, and the comp will play the second lowest ranked winner. So I predict the comp is going to play St. Paul, and I predict we're going to play Cold Lake. But we as in Holy Rosary. So
Right.
they get lots of love because I got a kid on the team.
Right.
So, yeah. That being said, go Raiders. The road to league championship and provincial starts very soon. They are off this weekend, though, like I said. So, anything you want to touch on, Lace? Anything I missed? We were all over the place.
Yeah, we were. We really were. That felt a lot. Yeah. A lot crazier than last time I was on here.
That was a lot shorter than it usually is. So.
But I feel like, yeah, last time I was on here, we just talked football. You talked about sports that I have no idea about today. So
Everything's starting. I got no choice. You got to give the people what they want.
yeah.
We're going to have to focus more NHL. NHL gets a lot of love in our online polls.
Yeah.
But we are in Canada. We got to remember that.
This is true.
So
this is true.
it does make sense.
We used to watch a lot of hockey.
Oh, I watched a ton of hockey.
I don't know.
Once LeBron quit, I really didn't have any.
Yeah.
I just kind of fell out of love with it.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. I don't know what happened there.
I don't miss it.
I kind of don't either. It's too much.
Oh yeah. Who in their right mind is going to miss getting up at 4:30 in the morning to drive to Paradise Hill to sit in a freezing rink in -50? Nobody. So
No.
I mean, I miss
that
watching
got
them play. But
Yeah.
that's literally the only thing I miss about it.
Yeah.
So.
No, I do miss watching them play too, but or the 5 a.m. practices or
I don't miss that shit.
3 times a week.
I'm getting too old for this crud.
Yeah. Friday Night Lights, that's where it's at.
That is where it's at. That's almost done.
I know.
So
I'm gonna have to volunteer or I don't know, take on a pretend kid.
maybe you can be the videographer.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe just pretend to be someone's mom.
Yeah, you could always try that too.
Yeah. Pick up whoever's the best player that year.
Be their football mom.
Yeah. Be like, hey, I'm gonna be your mom for the season. Do you need a snack?
All right, enough. Okay. That being said, Lace, thanks for making time for me.
You're welcome.
Appreciate it. To all of you out there, thank you for making us a part of your day. I appreciate it. As usual, catch us here on Facebook Live, Spotify, Google, Apple Podcasts, Amazon, Audible, you name it. We're all over the map. I do need to kick that on because otherwise it's going to be really quiet.
And send in your donations. This guy needs a sound bar.
Yeah, I need like 300 beans. So get her going. Just send it directly to my personal email. If you're wondering what that is, just reach out to me. I'll let you know. But on that note, Lace, we are done, and everyone have a beautiful evening, and we're out.